1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Pumpkin, pumpkin, moon. Pumpkin, pumpkin, moon. Pumpkin, pumpkin, moon. Pumpkin. October 13th. Feeling sad. Rio watched as Marcus kicked a soccer ball against the school wall. He looked really miserable. "What's wrong with Marcus?" Rio asked Jack. "Haven't you heard?" said Jack. "He's moving, which means he's changing schools. He's really upset about it." "Oh dear," said Rio, who liked Marcus a lot. He decided to try to cheer him up. Next time the ball headed in Rio's direction, he kicked it back to Marcus. "Hey," Rio said, "I'm sorry to hear that you're leaving." "Not as sorry as I am," mumbled Marcus, and he kicked the ball so hard that it flew right over the wall. "Is there a soccer team at your new school?" asked Rio. Marcus brightened a little. "Yeah, I think so." "That might be a good way to make friends," said Rio. "Maybe," said Marcus, then his face fell. "But what if I'm not good enough?" "You're a great player," said Rio. "Thanks," said Marcus. He blushed. "I'll just go get the ball." At lunchtime, Rio heard an odd noise in the library. He went to investigate and found Ella sniffling near the nonfiction books. "What's the matter?" he said. My dog died," Ella replied, and she put her face in her hands and cried. "Oh dear," murmured Rio, who didn't know what to say. So he went to get the librarian. The librarian came over right away. "Can I help?" she asked Ella. "No," Ella gulped back her tears. My dog Buster died, and I'm going to be sad forever." "I'm sorry to hear that," said the librarian. "I once had a dog named Sunny. When he died, I thought I'd never stop crying." Ella looked up. "So what happened next?" she said. "Well," said the librarian, "at first I didn't want to talk about my dog at all. I felt too sad. But after a while I started thinking about some of the funny things Sunny used to do. Then I felt a little better. When he was a puppy, Buster used to wag his tail so hard that he fell over," said Ella with the tiniest smile. Rio smiled too. That afternoon, Mr. Thomas read out the names for the school basketball team. "I don't believe it," Jordan muttered to Rio when the PE teacher had finished speaking. "I'm not on the team." His face fell. "Ah, Jordan," said Rio. He knew how much his friend wanted to be a basketball player when he grew up. "That's too bad." "I might as well give up," Jordan said sadly. Rio hated seeing his friend look so glum. "Don't give up," he said to Jordan. "Why not?" said Jordan. "If I haven't been picked, then what's the point?" "Come on," said Rio. "Why don't we go talk to Mr. Thomas and tell him how interested you are in the team?" "Okay," grumbled Jordan. "You're a really good player, Jordan," said Mr. Thomas. "I just need you to work on your dribbling and shooting skills before I can put you on the team. Can you do that?" Jordan beamed. "Of course," he said. "I'm going to start right now." And he gave Rio a high five. After school, Rio headed home. He felt like he'd been cheering people up all day. But now it was his turn to feel sad. His dad was working away from home and he really missed him. "How many days are left now, Mom?" he asked. 14, said his mom brightly. 14? Rio made a face. Cheer up, Mom said. Dad will be home in just 2 weeks. That's hardly any time at all. That's forever, said Rio. Why can't Dad work here like everyone else's parents? Sorry, honey, said Mom. Dad's in construction, so he has to travel to where the work is. And right now, the bridge he's building is a long way from home. Rio knew all this, but he didn't feel any better. 13 days, 12 days, 11 days. Rio couldn't believe how slowly time was passing, and he still felt sad. Then he thought of Marcus and Ella and Jordan. If he could help them feel happier, why couldn't he do the same for himself? Rio knew that he couldn't make time go any faster, but he could keep himself busy. So he swam, he ran, he read, he hung out with friends, and he played the guitar. He visited his great-grandma, who told him how his great-grandpa went away during the war, and before he knew it, his dad was home. I missed you so much, said Dad, giving Rio a huge hug. I missed you too, said Rio. I tried not to be too sad while you were away, but I'm really happy that you're back. All right, and that is feeling sad.